Ryan Reeves spent 22 years in the Army. He retired as a Green Beret 4 years ago. Now, he talks with other veterans about their traumas on a podcast he hosts called Team Trek.
Really how they're getting through the traumas. Why are you still here and why haven't you put a gun in your mouth?
Reeves says the conversations are therapeutic. In one episode, fellow veteran Martin Acosta introduced him to the idea of using the hallucinogen Ibogaine to treat PTSD.
A different point of view of attacking the problem that we all know exists, which is mental health and suicide.
Acosta was able to access the drug at a clinic in Mexico where it's unregulated.
This psychedelic space, it's definitely another tool set for us to use, and the journey there was not easy, but there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Reeves says he's tried various approaches to manage his anxiety, depression, and night terrors, including medication, alcohol, and marijuana. But most only provided temporary relief.
So I am here on a mission, a personal mission to try to do some self-recovery.
This month, Reeves took a flight from Florida to San Diego. He met up with 5 others, some vets, some not, from different parts of the country. Nervous yet hopeful, they climb into vans headed to a retreat center in Tijuana.
If I can get that opportunity to deal with some of those past things, reset my emotions, and really just get that second chance, that second chapter of life, starting fresh. That's what I'm hoping for. I know that's a large order, so really I'm just hoping to get a little bit further and find a reason to stay around.
A San Diego nonprofit is paying for most of his treatment.
Veterans who are willing to die for our country have to leave its borders for access to meaningful care.
Amber Capone co-founded the San Diego nonprofit Vets. They help veterans access psychedelic-assisted therapies.
By the end of this year or early 2025, we will have provided our 1,000th veteran with a full subsidy to seek treatment.
Capone wants Ibogaine removed from the federal government's list of Schedule I controlled substances. Stanford medicine researchers studied 30 special ops veterans treated with Ibogaine at Ambio Life Sciences in Tijuana. 1 month after treatment, they found participants experienced an 85% reduction in PTSD, depression, and anxiety symptoms on average.
But it really is just a very interesting medication. It holds a great deal of promise.
Sarah Simmons is Director of Psychological Wellness at Kaiser. She says it also poses some risk. She says Ibogaine can affect the heart's rhythm, so continuous cardiac supervision is important during treatment.
Yeah, I think it's very important that if somebody's considering something like this, that they speak with their primary care doctor, they speak with their psychiatrist first, so that they can make an informed decision and be aware of any risks that are involved.
The treatment is expensive. It ranges from $4,000 to $8,000 for a 5-day stay. The clinic operates like a pop-up luxury retreat. It's held in a beachfront home about 5 miles south of the U.S.-Mexico border. Trevor Miller greets the group. He opened Ambio Life Sciences 3 years ago. He operated a similar clinic in Canada where Ibogaine can be prescribed.
3 years, I think we've treated close to, if not slightly over, about 1,500 people in that time. Mostly veterans, all completely safe.
It's been about 3 weeks since Reeves' treatment. He's back home in Florida.
I started seeing images of heads passing by, faces. Nobody recognizable. Everybody, for the most part, looked pretty friendly.
Reeves says Ibogaine gave him newfound clarity and patience. When he got home, he had to say goodbye to his English bulldog, Bruno.
I would say that I would have been a wreck had I not just gone through what I did.
Since returning home, he says he hasn't had any thoughts of harming himself.
It hasn't even occurred to me.
He plans to share his experience with Ibogaine on the podcast. If you or someone you know are having thoughts of suicide, you can call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Heidi de Marco, KPBS News.